Welcome, everybody. This is the last live I'll be doing for the rest of the year because I won't be here. Those of you who don't know, I'm on tour the rest of this week from Thursday all the way out. I'll be practicing on my own the next 2 days because I have a lot of, rough edges to kind of fix because I'm playing by myself. So I have to find a way to make these things make sense because once you're playing so many songs, all the songs start to sound alike. I don't know if you've ever experienced that when you're playing on a concert or you got like 20 songs to learn, and it seems like every song sounds alike, especially in gospel music. So for me playing for everybody, I have to make sure that my mind is right, and I want to make sure that I'm giving the artist the best I can. So just keep me in your prayers, like I will you over the next year, new year. Hopefully, I can see you or talk to you. I will be going live, but not here in the studio. Okay. So anyway, I have a show planned for you as my last one. I wanted to touch on one thing that seemed to have found my inbox, y'all. I don't know if y'all know this, but fighting in the church is wrong. But it seemed like two guys in this Baptist church. I don't even know what this church is. When you see this, you're gonna be like, "Whoa, what is this?" But it's almost like they shifted from praise to worship to, I mean, for crying out loud, it was like they decided that they were gonna just have fun and just say, "Let's get ready to rumble." I don't know what was wrong with my sound there. Let's try that again because that needs to be said.
Let's get ready to rumble.
There's the sound that I was looking for. Because in church, you're sitting, you're praying, you're saying, "Thank God for so many things you blessed me for." Because that's the seem like the only time some people pray. Thank you, God. And then all of a sudden, you're met with something that you didn't even think about. You sitting there, you praying, and how does that happen in church? I don't know if you guys have seen this, but let me see you. Let me see your comments though. I don't know who this is. Keep coming. Hey, Tony. So y'all ready for this fight? Put your seatbelts on.
Where is he who has been born King of the Jews? For we saw his star in the east, and we have come. Listen, stop. Now, Marcus, Marcus, look, Marcus, come on. Look,
Can somebody please tell me, just for me, because I'm kind of slow these days, apparently. Can somebody please tell me what the heck just happened there? And while you're doing that, make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you press that notification bell. Just a harmless little plug. But back to the show. What in the heck was happening here? Can somebody please tell me what was going on here? Because I'm confused. Because I'm sitting in church, you thinking the church is the last place something like that would happen. So I'm looking in the comments. I want somebody please to shed light because let me give you my synopsis, if I will. My synopsis is dude was probably messing with his girl because it's not too many things men will fight in church about. One of them is his money, the other one is his girl. Now, one of those two things happened because he came swinging with some evil intentions. You get me? He was throwing them haymakers like, whoa, 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 whoa. He didn't even, but the thing is, he didn't drop dude. If I'm coming to swing at you and I got first dibs because you praying he was under the unction, I'm gonna try to take the spirit will leave you once that punch is connected. You hear me? But he didn't do that. It was almost like he put all this punch and then dude got up like, "Oh no, I'm gonna fight for my woman," because there's no way in the world somebody could get punched or punch somebody in church. I've seen fights in church before. Don't get me wrong. I grew up Pentecostal. They fight over chicken, but I've never seen anything like this because most of the time brings me to this point. Most of the time in our churches, it be dudes sitting in the front. Most of the time there are dudes sitting right on the front looking and saying, okay, nobody's coming near the pastor. What were they thinking about when this happened? Because he pretty much walked all the way to the front and started swinging. If he had intentions for the pastor, he had a free lane right to him. So somebody, I don't know. I mean, leave in the comment section once you see this. Tell me what you think this was about. I personally think it was a woman because she was probably for the streets. And speaking of for the streets, I do want to touch on this. I do want to touch on this. I didn't really touch on it. What was that? The last time I went live? But I'm going to touch on it today because somebody inboxed me and said, no, we want to hear what you got to say about this. And I didn't know what I felt about this was important because this is their marriage. But apparently you wanted me to give my opinion. So here I am. I'm going to give you my opinion. In my honest opinion, this was doomed to happen from jump. You are a quote unquote preacher and you are marrying outside of the parameters, not of what we think of what you should be doing, in my opinion. This is my opinion. I was asked for it. This is my platform. Here we go. If you marry somebody from a different total stratosphere than your own, you cannot then absorb their stratosphere into yours and make it work. You are from two totally different worlds. You're not Venus and Mars. You from another galaxy and then this Milky Way galaxy. And that thing for me, and honestly, it was doomed for failure. But it was a couple of things that was sent to me, and I looked at it and I said, wait a minute, something's not right here. For example, when he left this, let's look at it. After much prayer and consideration, we have decided to go into our futures separately, but will forever stay connected. I'm confused about what that means because marriage is a connection. So how can I be connected to somebody that I'm not married to? Because we all know once you get a divorce, most of the time I mean, I'm cool with some of my exes. I am, but that was a long time ago. We talking years. Because when we first broke up, I'm pretty sure they could tell you they weren't feeling me, and the feeling was mutual. So I'm sitting up here wondering why would you say that? I don't know. But anyway, it may be publicity. It may be for publicity. Damage control. It could be that. But it said we celebrate almost a decade of marriage together, and that love is eternal. But it wasn't eternal enough to keep you together in holy matrimony. But anyway, there's no one at fault. Yeah, okay. Believe this. We believe this is the next best chapter in the evolution of our love. This is like a tongue twister. I'm having trouble even reading it, even though I can read. I'm confused about what this means. We are incredibly grateful for the life-changing years we've spent together as husband and wife. We are also extremely thankful to God for the testimony being created inside us both and for blessing our lives with each other. I just I really don't understand when people bring stuff like that God into situations like this. Because a lot of us say God sent me my husband, or God told me you were going to be my wife, or God told me you were going to be my husband. A lot of us say that. But then when we break up, we try to bring God into it. But last I checked, God hates divorce. So which one is it? So if God told me you were supposed to be my wife, but then we get a divorce, why did he leave out that little fine print that said in 9 years we were going to be divorced? God led you to me. God blessed me with a husband, but husband is eternal. You're supposed to be married to him biblically. Biblically, you are supposed to be married to somebody to the day you die. And y'all like to take those oaths and say, till death do us part. So when we stand in front of the altar, we stand in front of people, when we give these vows, they just something to say in the glamour? Or are they supposed to be taken seriously? I've always said, once I get married, I'm taking that part seriously till death do us part. Now, man, I'm not going out and putting no heat in nobody. I'm not shooting anybody out of their shoes. But I'm just saying, this is how serious I take this particular thing, which is probably why I haven't married up to this point. But nevertheless, that's how serious I take it. But one thing I don't do, I don't put God into my own decisions. I will never tell nobody God sent you to me. I won't. I made a choice to marry you, and that's it. Because when you bring God into situations and they don't work out, you make God look like he's just out here I mean, why do we do that? We put God in everything. God opened his doors and God do this. And then when they go to crap, that's when people say, see, look at this is your God. We represent God in the wrong way because your understanding of God is flawed. God didn't send this man to you because if he did, you still be married. And one thing I know from all my friends married, I never been married. I'm not going to be talking about marriage. I'm not going to be discussing that. But they told me marriage is work. They tell me marriage is work. It's a lot of give and take. It's a lot of things that you give up. But that's the thing. When people say forsaking all others, that others is not necessarily other people. The others is the other things that you may want to do. You give up some things that you want to do to be married. Those of us who are believers, we understood we gave up some things to follow Christ. So if you gave up these things and now you want to be a quote unquote married person, you give up some things. And a lot of times, a lot of us don't want to give those things up, and that's fine. Just don't marry nobody because to me, divorce is despicable. You're supposed to work that out. That's just my opinion. I mean, those, like I said, I'm not married. Okay, I'm not, but my friends that are married, they would all tell me. I get my information from the people that matter. People who marry. I'm not gonna ask single people about marriage stuff. I'm not gonna ask divorced people about marriage. I want successful people to get that advice from. And they all told me it's work. They all told me it's give and take. They all told me you're not gonna get your way all the time. They all tell me you're gonna have some knockdown, drag out situations. But at the very end of the day, you said you were gonna work this out. And you should. And if you are a quote unquote motivational speaker and a quote unquote pastor or a quote unquote preacher, you have the obligation to show other believers who follow you this is how it's done. But we just let everything just float. We just let everything just go. Church is like a joke now. Everything goes. Divorce, smashing, everything goes. But I'll go there in a second. But see, here's the thing. This is the thing that threw me. This was sent, I'm sure it was old. I didn't really pay attention to this whole thing. I didn't even know she was married because I always felt she was for the streets. You were Soldier Boy, Nick Cannon, 50 Cent, streets. Because my thing is this, then when you got with him, now you saying, I want to be celibate. I want to be celibate. Why is it that the best dudes, the dudes that you said God sent to you, why do they always have to pay a bigger price for you than the ones that you, that's degrading to me. Oh, I'm loved you. God sent me to you. That's why we going to wait. But you didn't make none of these other dudes wait. None of them. Now, I'm not saying you should be out here smashing before marriage, but what I'm saying is, why do you decide when you meet the dude that you want to be with, the dude that you say is your eternal partner, which we found out it wasn't, but these people that you said God sent to you, which we're debating, why is it that they have to wait? They have to wait for the thing that you gave everybody else. I just never will understand that. You born again virgins, I will never understand that. I won't. I'm not saying if you saying I'm doing it because I want to be right by God, that's whoo, I don't know what my hand clap is, but I'm gonna give that to you. I'm gonna give that to you. But if that's not the reason, maybe you should think of something else to say. Don't say that. Because personally, if a man not in church, he ain't gonna wait on that. And I don't blame him. You gonna make him wait to marriage when you make nobody else wait? No, and you said God sent, and I'm the man that you want. Next thing, let's go. I knew this thing was over once I saw this video, and they said this happened earlier in their marriage. We're gonna speak on it. Let's go. Where is it? Where is it? Let's go.
Holy Ghost, because you need to get the Holy Ghost in order to be able to fight the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life. You have to be born again. If you don't have the Holy Ghost, you're not going to defeat anything. You cannot. Okay. My question is this. Hallelujah.
Amen.
You are beautiful. You are beautiful.
Thank you.
You are beautiful. I'm gonna say something to you. No. And this is not offensive. Yes, I do. There is not offensive, but I was at the grocery store, and I looked at a newsstand, and I saw you, and you had your breast shown. Okay.
It's okay. It's all right.
Go ahead.
It's all right. It's all right.
So I wasn't gonna come here. I wasn't. But the Lord brought me here to see you. You're beautiful. You are a beautiful young woman, and your testimony is awesome. It's awesome. Amen. Amen. And the Lord let me come to push past the judgment. Hold up. Okay, because this is real. Because you have to make sure what you say and what you do match up. You understand? Okay, so we're going to cover up, right? We're going to cover
Wait a
up.
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, 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 no. 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 That is not what we're here for. She's not gonna cover up. She's gonna wear what she wanna wear. In the name of Jesus. Amen. 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 She's gonna wear what she wants to wear. In the name of Jesus. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Yes, she will. Absolutely. God bless you. We love you. I love you dearly. But there is that she has been as Christian as she has been that she is right now when she's worn whatever God is what she wanted to wear. So we ain't doing that. No. I love you.
Okay. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me again. If this wasn't the biggest pile of bull crap, man, listen, when I saw that,
This is bullshit.
that's what I was thinking when I saw this. And I'm going to tell you why. If you are a minister of God, I thought the scripture said you're supposed to be dressed modest. I thought that's what it was saying. Let me look. Do this look modest to you? If you breathe in, them titties coming out. They're coming out. And me personally, I don't. I mean, as a man, you look and you say, "Oh yeah, that's nice, that's whatever." But do that look like somebody who's the woman, the wife of somebody who's a preacher, quote unquote, pastor or whatever, the motivational speaker? Go ahead and knock it out. Well, no, don't knock that out. I'm gonna get on that in a minute. But I'm looking at this. A lot of things to take away from this. But let's start with the lady first. That lady didn't sound. If I'm a bass player, I'm gonna go another way. I'm a bass player, and I consider myself to just be a bass player. I mean, I do my job. That's what I hope. And some people like it, some people may not, and that's fine. But I'm doing what I'm hired to do. Okay. But I've been playing bass for over 30 years. Yes, over 30 years. When it comes to gospel bass playing, I would be considered an expert. I would be considered an expert, right? Far be it from somebody who's never played bass, never played an instrument to come to me and tell me what I should be doing on bass. What are you saying? If that woman does not look the part, I mean, I would rather take it from a bass player, Rob Woolridge, Thad Johnson, John Sherrill, any of these other bass players come to me and say, "Yo, D, yo, slip hanging, dude, you need to do this, you need to do that." It would be well accepted. This sounded like a little hate to me. I don't know how y'all think about it. It sounds like hate to me. It sounds like she was hating. You need to cover that up. And that's when I didn't like it when I was coming up. That self-righteous bullying attitude. That doesn't help. You don't get on somebody's platform, they talking about their marriage, and you want to come and try to read her in front of everybody. She probably, I'm know I'm for the spin off, and some of y'all gonna get mad and you're gonna get all upset. You're gonna be all upset and be mad, and you're gonna be ready to walk away. But here's my thing. That lady didn't even sound attractive to me. If that was my woman and she called me, I would be like, uh-uh. No. I'd have woke up with like, who is this? Because this clearly ain't somebody I'm with. Not sounding like that. Her voice, hey, Nicola, her voice was very, very annoying to me. And she gets up in their thing and tries to go with her about her dress. Now, let's go here. That was unacceptable dress. And that was in 2013. They were married, I guess, or whatever. They obviously were together. They were in the same picture. But my problem with this whole thing is, if you are a representative of Jesus Christ in Christianity, modest apparel. Now, when I say modest, I don't mean down home school marn. Your dress ain't got to drag the floor so low that you got to lift it up and walk. No, it's a way you could dress classy and sexy and still not showing all your gazumbas. You don't have to do all that. What is it with this culture of these women feel like you need to show every crack and crevice that God is giving you? And then when somebody says somebody, you want to get upset. No, if you are supposed to be representing Jesus Christ in church, then you're not supposed to have your gazumbas out. I would be upset. And my problem was this. And here, let's get to the man. First of all, like somebody said, that was some holy simping. That was some simping on another level that I've never seen before. You sacrificed your whole life as a Christian for her. And then you kissed her. And then you wonder when you said that, that's when I said it was over right then and there. Why? Because you gave her a free pass to do everything contrary to what you should be preaching about. When you got a wife that's acting like, okay, if you not for the streets, then don't dress like you for the streets. I'm not a thug. Yes, I said gazumbas. I'm not a thug, so I don't dress like thugs. I don't wear my clothes like thugs. I don't wear my pants with my butt crack hanging out everywhere. I don't do that. That's not what I do. I dress the part. I'm a professional. I represent other people, and most importantly, I represent myself and those people who raised me. So I'm going to carry myself in the best regard, at least at the very minimum, the way I present myself to public, which means I'm not going to be out here looking like that. And so when people look and they said the church mothers in the church or whatever, the people, the older mothers, they sitting up here looking all mad at her. They ain't liking it. I'm just saying. She coming to church with wearing that. The mothers all looking at her funny. They don't like it. And none of us do. None of us like it either. I mean, the men gonna look. Of course, that's the man's nature. But right after we look, we thinking about it. Where are your priorities if you would marry a man that's in church or marry a man that's a preacher, and then you decide to wear that? And then he turns around and then compromises it. But it gets better. It even gets better. She was in this show. I know you probably familiar with this show called Harlem, right? And this show is racy. I mean, man, it's like, dude, I'm looking at this show and I'm like totally mind blown looking at the stuff that people talking about it, right? So here we go. He gets on here and says, y'all not ready for this. I'm so proud of my love, Megan Good. He wrote, she's one of the most talented actors on the planet and she's funnier than you may know. But I'm glad you will finally get a chance to see her do it as Camille Parks in the new Amazon show, Harlem on Prime. It streams on December 3rd. It's already there. I'm not going to watch it. But P.S., this will be your new favorite show. Here we go. Sex in the City has nothing on Harlem. This is his words. These are his words. Does this sound like words of somebody who's a preacher? You turn around and say Sex in the City. So your show with a woman that's not married, being promiscuous on the show, you're okay with that. This marriage was over from the jump because sooner or later, he's going to want to right this ship, but she already there. She was never leaving that. This is her life. This is what she wants to do. And if you think I'm playing, nowhere in the world, no wife of mine would ever do this. You see that? Help me. Thank you, Julian. Help me understand, y'all. Help me understand, what does this mean? When she's about to eat some man salad or have a good salad with some French, or some of y'all like ranch, whatever's dressing you for to have with this salad is for to get eaten. And you was okay with this. Did you see this? Did you know that this was going to be part of it? Is this any way representative of somebody who's a first lady? This thing was over from the jump. Like I said, most of us, when we are convicted and we really have a Holy Spirit or whatever living inside of us, it's going to convict us. And then then you're going to try to right that ship. She's already there. There is no way no woman that says she has the Spirit of God living in you will think to spread the butt cheeks of a man, even in acting, and eat his salad. We ain't doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. So when I saw that, I'm like, you are, like somebody said, I want to know who that was that said that. Enabler. Here we go. Tony, thank you. Tony, you are absolutely right. He's an enabler. He's an enabler. He's okay with this. And when you try to, only thing is when somebody for the streets, you try to pull their reins up, and that's a fish that ain't going nowhere. That's a fish that you are not going to be able to reel back in. You see what I'm saying? So that, for me, this marriage was over from jump. Now, let me be controversial as I'm going to be. Y'all ready? Whoop, 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 whoop. Here comes the controversy. You like what you saw, that's making good. Why wouldn't you? We are taught that you're supposed to wait till marriage to have sex. Man, it's nothing I'm not gonna buck against that. But the problem with that is this is definitely one of those situations that you should have just said, hey, I mean, I think we could have accepted that. Yo, hey, y'all, where the church music? I need some church music. I'm going to put that on here next time. Listen, y'all, I had a moment of weakness. Megan Good was here. I decided to just, I had to do it for the team. I'm sure a lot of us would have been like, well, hey, we fall down, but we get up. We would have definitely did that and just said, okay, we'll let you have that one. All right. Your floodgates would have opened because every battle axe in your church would have been trying to hit your inbox, including the old lady that stood up and tried to go with your wife. But we would have probably given you that because, believe it or not, some of us would have been like, well, at least he's not gay. Because that seems to be the biggest sin in church these days. And pride is not, unfortunately. I don't understand that. But that would have probably worked better. I know that was too much for some of y'all, but for real, y'all, you don't marry that one. You don't do that. That's definitely, and like some of us, lowly men that really, trying to come up. Of course, we would be like, yeah, you marry that. No, you do not. No, you do not. What up, Julio? That's what I'm saying. And the thing is, she doesn't look like the type that would, be like, yeah, he hit these cakes. She wouldn't do that. I don't think she's that wild. So you could have done that and just kept your mouth closed and just be like, hey, it just ain't gonna work out. It just ain't gonna work out. I need to get me some moderators. Who wants to be a moderator? Because I can't have that. I don't know what you're saying. But anyway, let's move on. But that's my 2 cents on that. I believe it was doomed from jump. Because why? Once you compromise your own morals, your own spiritual walk, once that's on the table and you threw that out the window to appease somebody else, you showing everybody what you really are about. And to me, right then and there, that was the end of your marriage, because there is no way in the world you're going to be able to fix that. For one, now she know you're going to do everything I want you to do. And that's not what marriage is about. It's not. If I'm following Christ, then everybody behind me, including my woman, is going to do what I do. Now, if she wasn't saved when I got with her, then my walk will make her, encourage her to say, hey, I want to do what he's doing. I want to, hey, if he living like that, I want that too for me. But if that's not the case, and this is what I'm about, and you marry me, and I should no way give up and compromise my morals and my responsibility as a preacher to appease another human being, which is another reason why I say God didn't speak, because there's no way you can hear the magnificence of God's voice and then continue to do what you're doing. There's no way. You say what? That's like you say a man that can't order his home or life can't. Exactly. I'm not going to have a wife that be out here like that. I wish if I was a pastor of a church, they say, hey, D, your wife out here, what she got on? A 2-piece bathing suit with her gazumbas hanging out? I'll be like, I'll call y'all back in a minute. I'll be back. And it's going to be one. Hello? Don't hello me. Where you at? What's wrong? What? Don't what me? Where are you? I'm on the beach. What do you have on? Why? You ain't my daddy. You know I'm not your daddy, but I'm your representative. I'm your husband. You said you married me. Please tell me what you have on because this is not what I signed up for. This is going to be a conversation. And I'm not going to be nice and sweet. Baby, what you got on? Please don't hurt me. No, that's a weak man. That ain't me. I ain't doing that. I'm sorry. I'm just not. But anyway, let's move on. I told you I'm not going to be before you long. This is going to be real quick. Let's get to the cream of the cream. I saw the most disturbing video I've ever seen on YouTube with commentary. It is crazy some of the things people say. Black men, I know we got our problems. We got a lot of stuff that we do. We do. We got a lot of stuff that we can repair. I believe we can have some discussions about the stuff we do. But we don't generalize with everybody. And most of the black men I know don't generalize with women. But y'all ready? This woman right here, her name is Cynthia G. If it could ever come up, come on. Her name is Cynthia G. She's a YouTuber. Now, let me give a disclaimer real quick. We are going to talk about the commentary, the words. What we will not do is directly attack her. That's not what I'm using this platform for. We will talk about her words and her position. Okay. We don't attack people here. That's not what we're going to do. If I see it, I might have to block you because that's not what. Now, if I'm attacked, if this should find you, Cynthia, then I'm please I can go full throttle, believe it or not. And you can come for me, but I'm not going. And the thing is, I'm hope it doesn't get there. But I'm going to attack your words, sweetheart. I am because you left something on this video that was so bad. The video was so bad that I couldn't even. I was like, "What is this?" The commentary was horrible. Well, I wouldn't say horrible. It was her thoughts, but I totally disagree with what she was saying. I totally disagree. And so, y'all ready? Let me move myself over because this has got to be me. Wait. Get over there. Come on, D. My thing don't want to move. Oh, well. I guess we would do it this way. Y'all ready? Get there.
Hey guys, I wanted to come on here and go over a video that was sent to me via World Star Hip Hop. And I watched this video and then I had to do a little research to kind of find out who these people were and get the context of it. Basically go down the Dusty Air Mattress Mandingo. I'm entitled to everyone because...
See, the problem, let's stop real fast. The problem I have with this is the Dusty Man Mandingo situation. Why does that have to be a thing? I mean, the name calling is just really juvenile. It's beneath somebody who should be taken very seriously. You can have a dialogue about the negative opinions or behavior of somebody without calling them a name. That's counterproductive if you ask me. Y'all can tell me if I'm wrong on that, but let's go.
I live in a black male worshiping culture where black women have helped to create this demonic entitled pathology into me that makes me believe that everyone should submit to my desires for them, even if they don't like me. And when I went down that dusty rabbit hole, I was able to find this video. Even though this was sent to me on World Star Hip Hop, this video is actually on YouTube. It comes from basically a Man of No Colors channel called The Streamer's Plug. And he basically did an E-Date version show with a woman of no color.
Wait, first of all, please learn how to edit your audio. The clipping and everything else, you can use a crossfader. It's called a crossfade. You can use that. It'll make it so much smoother going from one thing and another. I would rather you stumble and do a live than to chop it up like that. It sounds like Max Headroom, and it's not very good. So just a little critique.
And in this video, you're going to see basically an air mattress mandingo doing what air mattress mandingos do, which is have a meltdown when his preference tells him the truth about how she feels. See, because listen, to no fault of black women per se, black women were raised and reared in a black male worshiping culture. You have been conditioned to worship males who serve absolutely no purpose to you except for administering subpar dick and dust.
Do y'all hear this? Let me know if y'all hearing what she's saying. Is this not toxic? Now, she has a lot of followers. She does have a lot of followers. I wish I could do, I don't know what's going on my screen, but nevertheless, she does have a lot of followers, okay? But the problem that I'm having with this whole thing is what's with all the name and the characteristics? No, we don't get why is it gotta be dick? You know what I'm saying? Why do you have to say something about sex? Remember when I left a comment about how they attack us and how some bitter women attack black men? It's always got to be some form of demasculization. It's always got to be some form of attacking something that we like. It's got to be the size of our pocket, the size of our balls, or something like that to try to make us less, to bring us down. And I keep telling you, to bring somebody down to make them see you, it's not going to work. It's not. It's going to infuriate them because the ones that you actually want, they're not going to hear you because they can hear the bitterness.
It is what it is. So what black women have done and are still doing and should stop doing is openly promote the notion that black men are their preferences, openly promote how much they love black men, openly promote how much they only exclusively want black men, how they'll be those ride or dies, how they'll be their mommy, they'll go 50-50 on them, or just completely pay for everything. You got black women out here proposing to black men because they are so desperate for the validation of a black man.
Stop. Can somebody please tell me what validation you can get from dating a black man? I'm waiting. Somebody please. There is no validation there. How could it be a validation of dating a black man? Last I checked, no black man I know speaks that way. We don't believe we can get anybody we desire. We believe they are in a dating game just like everybody else. So where are you getting that notion from? And I'm going to, trust me, we're going to get there.
And when you do that as a group of women, you are creating the devil. So now you have a pathology in black men to where not only do they think that they're the most desired among black women, they think that they're the most desired man, period. Now, they can't really tell you what they're desired for. I've literally never heard any other group of women tell black men they're the most desired, but they still think that they are. So I don't know where black men are getting this notion that anyone really desires them.
Where have we said that? Somebody please in the comment section, tell me where have we ever said that we the most desired? Where does that come from? Nobody I know has ever said that. That's foolishness. We've never said anything like that. You just made that up. No, and yeah, let's go.
Non-black women, however, they believe it. And we know they believe it because they're constantly out here saying, well, we the most desired. We got options. We got the snow bunnies. We got all the women and black women jealous. We got the options and black women don't got none. I mean, you might
listen to the talk. What kind of man? Nobody on my level speaks that way. Those sound like hood dudes. Those don't sound like educated men. It doesn't. It doesn't sound like men that have anything going on. They don't speak in that way. They just don't. I don't know where she's getting that from. And you see, she's using pictures and illustrations, all dusty, and she's not even saying some. Not I always say not all, not most, but some. I say something like that to draw comparisons. I don't make generalizations. That's unfair. There are some people that do certain things, and most people do not. But she threw all of us under there. If you're a black man, you watching that, look, it's not sad to me. It's typical. I've heard too many speak like this, and she has following. And trust me, I'm going to get there.
I have the options, but the outcome is the same. It just is what it is. So this is what black men believe about themselves. And the reason that they have this level of arrogance and they have this unjustified, over exaggerated sense of self-importance is because they live in a black male worshiping culture where they don't really have to work for the affection or love of black women. The only thing they have to bring to the table is their blackness. So what happens when
that's some bull crap? That is so much bull crap. Where are you getting this from? Somebody help me out. Where's this coming from? Can somebody please? I don't know where she's getting these ideas from. We're going to get there. I just can't wait till y'all see this video.
A black man with that pathology gets in front of a woman of no color who trust and believe, does not see black men as her preference. Black men is an option. She knows she's going to take an L when she's with a black man. So therefore, her goal is generally to get a bag or to get a kink off. Now, because these women will acknowledge black men's existence and jump in the bed with them to get said kink off, black men have somehow translated this to love and an extreme desirability because they're just confused.
Stop. First of all, that's not true. If she jumps in the bed with a man, that's what he wants. He don't care nothing about her love. He doesn't care about her love like that. If he wants her in the bed and she goes, he's fulfilled what he wants to do. So if he was really trying to marry her, he would show her. You said he doesn't have any bag, he doesn't have any money. So if she jumps in the bed with a broke dude, who's winning here? Who's winning? If she jumps in the bed with a man that doesn't have money and gives the best part of her to him, who's winning? Her or him?
News bandits. And so in this video, you're going to see an embarrassing meltdown from a grown man. You're going to see what happens when that delusion that you're the most desired is shattered. And listen, no sympathy for black men. Black men need to learn. Black men need to really start to see themselves how overall society sees them. They need to ignore the fact that black women are worshiping them and pay attention to the reality of how everyone outside of the black community feels about them. And because this is starting to become more common, where you have their preferences coming out and telling them exactly what they think about them after realizing that they're only going to get the same black man, now you're seeing a different reaction in black men. You're seeing this reaction of extreme emotionalism and, quite frankly, silly behavior. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the video. Of course, before I get into that, I want to give a shout out and thanks to everyone who sends me content. If you want to contribute to the content on this channel, you can do so by emailing me. The email is in the description box and pinned to the comment section. Thumbs up the video, subscribe to the channel. When you do subscribe, don't forget to hit the notification bell and subscribe to all notifications so you'll know every time I go live and when I upload new content. If you've been considering homeschooling or feel your child is not thriving in public school, consider the ZIAX Institute. This is a STEM-based, Afro-centered educational program for Black youth. Children can attend daily classes online or in the classroom at one of their 2 New York-based facilities. You can also make a tax-deductible donation to this nonprofit organization using PayPal, or you can donate via GoFundMe using the links in the description box. So go to theziaxinstitute.org and enroll your child today. Now, let me give you a little bit of background information and context on this actual video, because again, like I said, the World Star Hip Hop link only yielded maybe like a minute or so of this discussion, but I wanted to give you guys the full context. So the clip that you're going to see is going to show you the full context of this. And what this basically is basically like an online version of speed dating. Most of the men who came on to address this woman, who many people in the comment section, because I don't even know who she is, and she's basically a woman who is in the adult industry, according to people in the comment section. Now, obviously, she's getting worshipped the most by Black men because she's a decent looking woman of no color who has a thicker body type. So all of the men who came on here to basically pander her were Black men. And I would love to come on here and show you guys it. However, the whole video is an hour and a half, and I just don't got time to do that. However, the link.
Okay, if it was Black men, I'm sure it wasn't. But if it was, they weren't pandering to her. They were trying to sleep with her. How could they pander to somebody they don't know? Pandering, well, even if they was, it's to a direct end. It's not marriage. And I think this is the problem. We conflate sex with marriage, and those two things are totally different from each other. A man can have sex with 20,000 women and not feel anything for none of them. So to say a man is pandering, if he's trying to get some sex action, he'll probably tell her she the best thing since sliced bread. That doesn't mean he wants to get with her. He just wants to sleep with her. And if you look, she has all her business in the street. You've established that she's a whatever adult entertainer. So that means I get to see some Gazumbas and I get to get some. So they probably just trying to do that. I mean, I've seen y'all gawk at men all the time. For crying out loud, it wasn't too long ago where it was a picture of a dude in jail that a lot of women were going over. They were going crazy over this dude. Now, I think he got out and got a modeling job, but nevertheless, he was still in jail. That's who you wanted to go for. But some of you on here, this same video talking about this dude, but we're going to get to that video. Let's get to it.
The full video will be in the description box. It would also be pinned to the comment section if you want to take a look at it. But basically, they were just rotating out black men who are sitting in front of this woman of no color, vying for her attention. We know this is what black men do. They're the most desired, but yet when they get into the face of a woman of no color, they start pandering for her approval, which shows you on a subconscious level, they know that they're not the most desired to her. Because if you're the most desired, then you don't need to vie for her affection. That would mean you already have it. So black men's actions show that they're not the most desired men, and they know that they're not. However, the lies that's coming out of their mouth is saying that they are. Look, you're air match with Mandingos. When are you going to realize that? And the more that people see that a lot of y'all don't have Mandingos, the more your stock even in that area goes down. So black men are really experiencing the coming of their winter and reckoning, but they just act like they're too dumb to see it. So anyway, I'm going to show you this video clip so that you can see it from the minute this air match with Mandingo gets on to the minute he gets off. And then I want to show you some comments, some interesting comments that I saw off of World Star Hip Hop in terms of how everyone outside of the community are starting to become more privy to black male psychology. And then, of course, I want to wrap things up talking more about this mentality that black men have, the lie that they're spreading, really to manipulate black women, saying that they're the most desired men on the face of the planet. So take a look at this video clip, then we'll go over some comments, then I'll come back with final commentary.
Show Speed, please put your camera on, sir.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, Darren. You can put your camera on.
All right, okay.
Speed!
All right, okay.
Say it, chat. Speed! She's actually hella nice, chat.
What's good?
She's very nice.
Hello.
Let's stop. How old does dude look to y'all? Real fast. And I'm talking real hood right now. But how old does this dude look to you? How old? I say he looks about 17, 18. I think he looks about 17, 18. Because there is no way a grown man would get on a live with his room looking like that. Does that look like a grown man bed? No. Now, when I'm packing up for a tour, there's usually a base there, some clothes, but usually when I'm packing it away, it's put away. But no, this room, look at this room. This looks like a child's room. No man, I know, man has his own. That's a man. Not living with his mama or off his mama is a difference, but not living off his mama playing Madden. That's not a man. That's a boy. And I'm going to get to the end of that. Trust me, when I come back with my commentary, I don't want to give too much right now, but looking at this doesn't sound like this doesn't look like no grown man, nor does he sound. I sound like a grown man. He doesn't. He sounds like a boy. Let's go.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, so my name is Speed. And I heard, you're a very pretty female, and
Thank you.
What do you like to do?
I don't do anything. I cook.
You cook? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Can you ring me up to 10 real quick?
What the fuck?
Here, zip your thing up. Let me see.
Oh,
let me look without your chest shot.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Damn, you don't zip your neck up.
My fault.
That goes to show you the level of immaturity of this dude. He's not an old dude. No grown man would get, first of all, he got a bird chest. That's further, but no grown man would do this. No grown man would do this, not with common sense. No, there are some idiots out here, I agree. But not many of us would do this. And nobody on my level of intelligence or education would do anything like this. For one, we wouldn't put ourselves like that out there, like that for somebody like this. No, we wouldn't do that. We wouldn't do that. I don't know where this is coming from.
You an 8.
I'm an 8? Oh, hey, hold on, wait. How tall are you?
I'm 5'4", 5'3", 5'4".
Bro, you that short?
How tall are you?
Y'all don't stand up real quick. No way.
You stand up.
He just want to.
I stand up. I'm 6'1" though.
What you stepping on?
I'm stepping on nothing though. I ain't stepping on nothing. Real talk. I'm 6'1". Hey, but look though. Hey, by the way, all right, but look though. I got a psychological question, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Say if we're the last two people on Earth and we had to reproduce to make the world continue.
No!
Reproduce with me?
What?
No, because that means our kids will have to intertwine, and then their kids. No.
Who gonna stop me?
I will.
Who's gonna stop me?
I will.
If we're the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Gee,
you're not stopping me. If we're the last two people on Earth, who gonna stop me?
Yeah. Come on. Hold on. Chill out. Just you're good.
My fault.
I'm
tripping.
You're good.
I'm tripping. I'm thinking I'm on Omegle. Yo. Oh shit.
Like so many.
No, my fault. Hey, you know what, man? Let's start over, okay? My fault. Can I start over real quick?
What the fuck?
I am scared of you.
Okay, my fault. Yo, okay, my fault. All right, okay. All right, straight to the point. You're a pretty female. I like you. You're pretty as hell. I would love to date you. I like your hair. I like your necklace. I like everything on your body. You know what I'm saying? And I think you'll be a perfect match for me because I love light skins. I love, my Millennium Queens, and I love, really. I want to really be with you, man. And it's kind of crazy how my heart is crumbling like this, but you really make my heart ache, man. Like seriously, and I really want you. I have a crush on you, and I'll really appreciate if you can really taking it to me,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I got all right. That's it. I'm done.
All right, she wants to ask you a question, I think.
All right.
Why do they call you Speed?
Because I nut quick.
What?
All right. What do you rate him 1 through 10?
A 6.
Okay, it's not that bad.
Okay, we don't need to do all that. That was it, because she went on her whole little diatribe after that. And so, here's my commentary. First of all, I'm not attacking you, sweetheart, but it is a question that I need to know. What man did you deal with that got you like this? What men did you deal with that make you feel this way? Let me offer help to you. Let me direct you to Jesus. To some prayer and supplication, because I hear the hurt in your heart, sweetheart. No, black men are not nothing like you say. We do have our issues, but black women have their issues. There's some level of accountability that needs to be shared between both of us. But for you to act like that, black men as a total, act like this young dude who has mental problems, something is wrong with him. That is not a representation of all of us. Nobody I associate, like I said on your page, nobody I know acts like this. We don't believe in rape. We don't condone rape, which is what he was saying. But for you to say all black men are like this, that is incredibly disturbing to me, because we do not act like this. We do not condone rape. We don't condone no way. And first of all, and probably is equally as disturbing as him saying that to her, was his room. What's his room? This dude, something like Tony said, he's emotionally unstable. And the lady was calm and cool, collected. Why? Because she's still getting a check after all of this. She's not interested in dating no one that calls in on that line. At most, you could probably get her to hit if you got enough money. We know how this works. If you got enough money, she'll go. Regardless, even that crazy dude, if he was a rich, was trust fund child or something like that, she would go. She would go, oh, you look so cute. Yeah. He pull up with his Maserati, she'd jump in, they'd go. And she'd give him everything he want for a Louis Vuitton. So for you to put all of us in there and say black men, we are worshiping everything else, no, it's a lot of things. If we're going to use generalizations, we can go. But to be honest with you, for you to say we go after them, after what women with no color, that's a lie. Like I said, I don't know who you've dealt with, I don't know the women that's on your platform who they dealt with, but 83% of men who are successful with degrees, they date black women and marry them. They date black women and marry them. 83%. So where are you getting you? So that means you dealt with the 17%. You are the scallywags. So of course you're going to get that kind of treatment. Of course you're going to get some ignorance. Of course you're going to get some immature behavior because these are the scallywags that you chose to deal with. And so now you have a platform and your words are spewed out and they are dangerous. And I'm going to show you why they are dangerous. I'm going to show you why they're dangerous. Where? Let me show you. I got some comments here from some of them. Hold on. Here's one comment. Well, that's her. No, that's not a comment. This is the one that raised my eyebrows. It says, as a non-black woman, I can never understand black men's inability to accept anything other than rejection. And sometimes just a polite no. They seem very entitled to whatever woman that takes their fancy in the moment. This comes from somebody who's not black. This is the issue. Because you're the one that's spreading these generalizations. So you got other people looking at us all crazy. But when the bottom line is, it's not going to change the dynamic. Black men at a higher percentage can marry outside their race than you can. Because they're the men that you would want that's from another, since you didn't crapped on all black men, they're not scouring the hood looking for you. I don't understand that. So you got other people. Here's another comment that was very dangerous. Well, a man got on there and said he's a kid going through things in his life and he doesn't have a good role model. But his own ego is his downfall. Apparently 18 people liked his comment. They probably were all men, more than likely. Then someone says, stop making excuses for him. And 245, probably all women, and Panda Bears liked it. This is very dangerous, everybody. Because now when people look at us, well, the idiots, when they look at us, they will say, oh, they're rapists. Look at them. He's going to rape you if you say no. We can take rejection. First of all, let me explain something to you. There are many of us, we don't need to get rejection because you throw it at us. Our inboxes are overflowed with people trying to get with us, we don't have to work very hard, ma'am. We don't need people, we don't pander, we don't need to jump on something like that. The men that you want, they don't need to do that. They have women already waiting for them, wanting them to take them out, wanting to date them, wanting to marry them. They don't got to get on some little whack little show or whatever and make a fool out of themselves in front of live people. Now, there are some thirsty dudes out here, even educated ones, but the sex is not marriage. That marriage, they're not trying to marry this chick. They're just trying to get some. So they'll do whatever they need to do. But you saw this thing, y'all saw this video. This is not an educated dude. This is not a smart dude. He looked challenged. Even when he got on there, he got, hey, hi, you're so pretty, female. I'm like, dude, come on, man. That is not representation of me. No way. No way. And these comments, they kept coming. It was another one. Look at this one. I'm telling you, they are rapists and demons. Talking about us. Talking about us. So what is your purpose? And I watched the whole thing, and you know what? I always try to bring things to a close. I always try to give you pointers. You know, I'm not a relationship expert. Oh, no, I'm not. But I do know men. I say that all the time. I know men. But I at least try to give a conclusion where we could better each other. It just went on, just bash, 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 bash. Who hurt you, woman? Who hurt you? I need to know, because it's evident something happened. You dealt with some trash, gangster, whatever dude, and he probably knocked your boots out, gave you whatever, and now you mad. It has to be something. Because your words are damaging, and they are without merit. But you continuously, everything you post is about that. It's about that. Man, and then if I'm a person with no color, I'll be offended too. What do you mean I ain't got no color? That's a horrible thing to say. No. And if I can speak for a black man, there's a lot of things black women have done to us. I've experienced racism. I've experienced racism from white women. I've experienced it to the point, and it was black women who went along with it and was okay with it, and till this day still treats me like that person treats me, and just as racist. So black men can say, you don't have our backs. Because if we don't have money, a lot of you don't want us. We could say that. If we could, that would be a legit argument. But it'd be unfair for me to say black women do it. No, you say some. There are some men that are idiots. There are some men that are probably just like this dude. I hope not a lot, but there are. But it's unfair for you to put all of us in that bag, and we shouldn't stand for that. And men, we shouldn't. Don't get mad at us because now we have a preference and it doesn't include you at all times. Because if these women, the 90,000 that follow you, if they're anything like you, that's 90,000 women that will not find a man that they want. And if they are married, they married the king simps. Because there is no way no wife of mine will be watching that filth and then bringing that junk to me, because of course y'all know I can debate with the best. But by the time I'm done, she would be like, oh, I'll never bring this to him. No, you will not. That is unfortunate. That is people like that, and people follow. And then you talking about Kevin Samuels. Some of y'all don't like Kevin Samuels. I wouldn't disagree with you, but which is worse? A man telling you you need to lose some weight, or some woman that puts you all in a basket? So if I got on here and hold on. Someone please help me find my food. They gone food without yesterday until now. I have no food and begging. My PayPal is. I'm sorry, Clinton. I don't have nothing for you. I got some hugs and some prayers. I mean, I can send you my prayers and positive energy to you, but I'm not sending you money to your account. And no one that's watching it is going to do it either. I'm sorry. You know, now if you send me your information, if you want to inbox me, you know, I can send you some food. I can do that, but I'm not sending you money. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that. Yeah, I know, but I need some moderators. Anybody want the job? But for real, don't y'all find this disturbing? When I saw this, I was like, yeah, I gotta go live on this one. And it's gonna be my last one for the year. I mean, here in the studio. Here in the studio. But this was very unfortunate. And she, like I said, she continued her little diatribe until it's after it was over. After the video, she continued to bash black men. We got to do better, people. This is counterproductive. And to the young lady, if you want to marry somebody, even the ones that you think trust me, you think you can go to the other side, you think that? No, it doesn't work like that, sweetheart. Because they're going to watch your video and they're going to say, this is somebody that needs therapy. And I'm not going to trust my resources with somebody like that. I'm not going to trust my resources with somebody that has mental issues herself. Because whereas he projected his mental issues, your mental issues is like, judging from what you wrote, your mental issues goes great, that you need some therapy, sweetheart. And that's not me attacking you. I'm dead serious, because the stuff that you are saying, that comes from a place of hurt that's so deep down that not even Neo from the Matrix can get to it, sweetheart. You need to sit down with somebody and explain to them what went on with you so you can be healed from that, and you can let that pain go so you can find the man that you want and make better choices. Ladies that's watched that video, y'all need to make better choices, because y'all looked at this dude and probably found him cute at first until he started talking, because you don't know how to vet. And then you give yourself to this man, and then the men that you want, we got to deal with what you just dealt with, because the man that deals with you beyond him, he's the one that's got to take all this pain. Because if my woman was sitting up here going at the man that she dealt with over and over again, quite honestly, I don't want to hear about your exes. The less I know, the better I am. The less I know, the better I am. But if I hear you just spewing and just spewing and spewing, I'm like, no, I'm done with you. I'm done with you. I can't deal with that. It's not our responsibility to carry the baggage for somebody we don't know. We are not entitled. We have to work harder than every other group in this country. We are not entitled in everything, even in dating. We have to work hard. We have to work double hard to show you that we even got something before you even marry. The women that's trying to marry, get these dudes to marry them, they not scallywags like this dude. They somebody that woman know has something and she trying to lock him in. That's what that is. I ain't never seen no woman try to, all these videos of women proposing to men, the men look like they were about something. They didn't look like this dude. So yeah, does that happen? Yes. Those women tried to take their destiny to their own hands. No, I'm not for the women proposing, but you got to do what you got to do, I guess. But they ain't trying to marry no scallywags hanging out of their best friend's ride. They not. They would look at this dude's bedroom and be like, whatever. But the problem is, some of you women, not all, not most, some of you would have moved all that dirt off his bed and continued to give him what he wanted in that dirty room. You know you would have. And then he does you like he's going to do. Oh, men, they all dogs. They all want one thing. Every man only wants sex. You have to show him why you're more than that. It's your job to show us that, because when we looked at you and we saw you was pretty, we thought about sex. It's your job to show us why you deserve more than just that. Because we, in 2021, we don't have to give up any resources to get any more. I mean, for crying out loud, we don't have to open doors. We don't have to open car doors. We don't have to pull seats out. We don't have to tell you you're beautiful. Only thing we got to do is send you a text at 2 o'clock in the morning and you'll get in your car and come. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong. You're adults. You do what you got to do. But what I'm saying is, it's wrong for you to come at men for what you agreed to do. This is what you signed up for. And now you mad at the ones, but what about the person that agreed to do it? See, we ain't ready to have these discussions, y'all. And that's why this is why we are where we are. And until we're ready to have those discussions about why we set ourselves up like this and why we put ourselves in these positions, you're going to always say it's somebody else's fault. And it's easy to do that. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault to leave me alone with this baby. It's your fault no, sweetheart. It's your fault because you like the bad boys. And the thing is about bad boys, they boys. That's the part that y'all leave out. And then now you got bad, immature men. And most of the time when immature men used to getting what they want, that's the entitlement that you're talking about. But those are the boys that you choose to deal with because you don't like the nerds. You don't like the dudes that's got something going on for themselves. You want to go after the bad boys. Then when the bad boys give you everything that you deserve, including STDs, now you want to come back to the good guys, but you want to make us pay for what the bad boys did, the ones you chose after you curved us. We can take rejection. We used to know. We don't like it, but we could take it. And nobody, first of all, that woman, she was pretty, but outside of sex, she's an adult star. We wouldn't want, nobody I know with class would want that woman. Nobody I know. I know I wouldn't. Whatever. Because that's what she's for. She's for the streets. And so when I read these comments, and it was more like this on her page, where women was going at her, going at black men, going at the young man. He's an idiot. He's probably a rapist. He's got anger issues. The way he snapped out, oh, it's gonna stop me. But that ain't all us. That ain't all us. So I hope that when y'all read this and when y'all see this, leave your comments. I will read your comments. But mind you, you're going to leave those bad comments on your own risk because I will respond. But I'm going to turn it back on you because my point is to make you think, to make you realize that generalizations are very dangerous. You can't, just like we can't call all black women easy and whores, you cannot call all black men whatever dusty or mandingos. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. We ain't never said that. And yeah, a lot of black men feel like our man piece is big, but a lot of the men, as you mature, you don't think about that all. You don't think about that. More important things. It's more important things. And that's the problem. Y'all used to dealing, y'all ain't dealing with black men. Y'all deal with black boys. And black boys with no father figures, like somebody said. He has no father figure. Because if his father raised him, he didn't know. First of all, your hair look like umfufu. Your room dirty. You look dusty. There's no way no woman would ever want you. Because if your room look like that, she obviously can tell you ain't got no money. because that's the one thing they care about. Oh, I dated broke men before. Whose fault is that? That's yours. That was your decision. Because any man that ain't willing to work for what he got, that should be a red flag already. If he's not putting in the work, he has no dreams, no visions, and no ambition, and you still decide to give your body to him, that's on you, sweetheart. That is not on them. And it's not on you to put all of us in that same basket. I worked for everything I got. First, I was doing music full time, and I worked even though some of these people weren't paying me $1. I worked my tail off to try to build up and help them and everything else. So I did the work, sweetheart. So no, that ain't me. These scallywags y'all like. If he got all the time in the world to be texting you in the morning and he ain't sleep, then that ain't the one you want either. And then you said, what do you bring to the table anyway? See, we can have that discussion, but that's not what this is about. So anyway, tell me what y'all think. Let me see how y'all doing. Tell me what y'all think. Am I too hard on her words, or am I right? Tell me real quick. I'll wait. Tell me quick. Because it just infuriates me to see this. Because the many people, the following, they said the world needs to hear you. No, they don't. They don't need to hear this. And I'm kind of shocked that I may not have that many subscribers, but I ain't been doing this that long. Not consistently. And I would hope that if I got 95,000 followers that, yeah, she does. If I got 95,000 followers, those 95, if they are all women, they know what it takes to get a man. They know what it takes to get a man. They know what it takes to get a man because they will understand, man. They will understand what we want. They understand. They will not project what they think a man should want on that man. They will present to him what he wants from them, and then he will see then he'll be wondering, what does she need from me? But see, we're not the entitled ones. A lot of you are the entitled ones because you've been taught to be entitled. The man got to do this. The man got to do that. The man got to do this. And if he ain't got to do that, whatever. Meanwhile, you get yourself to scallywags. Meanwhile, you make those errors. We're not entitled. I don't know where that came from. I ain't never seen an entitled black man in my life. I ain't never seen that was foreign. I caught about Shatara de Bose. That was the interpretation of her saying there was a man that is entitled. Black men and entitlement don't even go in the same sentence, sweetheart. That's a luxury we don't get to have. I can't taste that. I would love to feel like I was entitled because I've always learned the hard way that anything I want in this world, I have to work for it, including, well, it used to be sex, but not these days, but it used to be. Men had to work for that. You had to do the courting period. You had to buy roses and flowers. You had to do that. I'm that person. I buy diamond bracelets. I buy diamond stuff. I know women like diamonds. I'll buy that for you if you prove to me you worth it. Yes, I did spoke in tongues. If there's an interpreter in the room, please. Thank you. Your parents taught you how to work, and that's cool. If that your parents taught you how to work, and I'm be okay with that. Okay. Let me explain this to you really, really quickly. There are three kinds of black men that you would probably end up with. They're the scallywags, which seems to get a lot of play. They seem to get a lot of play, maybe because they talk a good game. That's the scallywags. Then it's the ones you want to build with. Those are the ones that make average dollars. The builders are the most likely ones a lot of you are going to end up with. They are. Especially, you want to know how you know? Take a shower. Don't put no clothes on. Stand in front of the mirror. That's how you know. Seriously. And I'm sorry, that don't sound good, but there's a world you think it should be, and then there's the world that it is. And why? Because the average builder, we don't care nothing about all that other stuff. We're not looking for Beyonce or whatever. We will accept you where you are. I just don't like the caterpillar eyelashes. I can't stand them. That makes my flesh crawl. But anyway, we will accept you. But the builder is the best one. Why? Because you're willing to accept that he doesn't make a whole lot of money. He's willing to accept you for your shortcomings. Y'all can come together and build something together, and y'all learn the value of teamwork, both building finances and wealth for your children and raising children and developing a strong home together. Then there's the third tier man that a lot of these women want. Those are the rich ones. Those are the ones above average, making good money, driving good cars. The problem with those dudes is they don't need your money. They don't want your money. They built everything. They don't need you to help them build nothing. Those are kind of the worst ones to deal with because, first of all, you have to realize you're going to share. You're going to share that, man. Whether you want to believe it or not, those men are rarely ever really, really faithful to their wives. I ain't talking about relationships. I said wives. When you took those vows, those types of men, because they got way more options, because everybody wants them. Everybody wants a rich man. All of them, from every walk of life, whether they black, white, Pakistani, Chinese, don't matter. If you rich, you could get your pick of the litter and they'll marry you. But at the very end of the day, I'm serious. Do you want the truth or you want me to just be a panda bear? I will never pander to you. I don't care about selling the book. And I don't care about subscribers. I do this for fun. But those guys, they'll never be faithful to you. Not like you think. Oh, my friend got one. I don't deal in absolutes. I always deal in statistics. Statistically speaking, those men are not faithful to their wives. They're not. They got a nice little thing at home. Now, they'll always come home to their wife. They always come home. They always provide. They'll do their job to provide. They'll protect. But see, the protect is in italics because if that protects me, protect my heart, we mean you're going to be all mad. Oh, no. That's not going to happen. I'm sorry. But for some reason, that's the one a lot of y'all want. The problem is you don't qualify for him. That's the problem. And I'm here to give you the truth. You don't qualify for that kind of man because you let women and rhetoric like what I just showed you that controls your brain. Those men don't like those kind of women. And they ain't going to go for it. They may hit. Don't conflate love with sex. They will hit. I can get any man I want to hit. I can get any man I want to hit.
Smash.
That's what they going to give you. But at the very end of the day, the man you want is the one you can build with. But those are the ones you say, he too short, he too ugly, he too dusty, well, he shouldn't be dusty, but he too whatever reason. Meanwhile, those men have to accept your shortcomings. You 5'4", 900 pounds. Your hair is long and flowing, but only like 1.5 inches is yours. You got eyelashes that you can close them and turn off the lights from the other side of the room at the same time. We have to deal with that. But that's the group of men that you could qualify for. How do you know? Go to your inbox. Look at the men that's in your inbox trying to get with you. That's your wheelhouse. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. They be doing that to your cousin too, man. That junk is funny to me. So I'm hoping I'm helping you. I'm giving y'all total man perspective here. I'm giving you the real and not in a condescending way. I'm trying to help you understand the reality here. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to these people that's trying to tell you anything different. Because she got all these women on her page thinking that they can go out and get somebody else. And that's not true. They're not interested in you like that. They're not. They're not interested in you like that. Why? Because you don't know where to go to get them. And they're not coming to your hood to get you. They're not going to be, this is not Cinderella 2022. This is not going to happen for you. It's not. So why would you crap on the men that you could possibly get? And you listening to this foolish rhetoric and you end up by yourself and it's, you end up by yourself. That's not going to work for you either. That's going to be your friend. That's going to be your friend. So I hope that helped you. I just don't want to see us continue to make these mistakes, ladies. Don't listen to people like that. If you want to listen to me, fine. If you want to know what men want, black men, what we look for, and I ain't talking about scallywags. Leave the scallywags alone. If the dude pants is down by his knees and you can see his drawers, that's not what you want. You can't bring that home to your parents. Look at this, my boyfriend. What's his name? Daquanius. Who? Wait, what? Yeah, they call him Ray Ray. How did you get Ray Ray from Daquanius? But this is the one you choose and you procreate with. And that's another thing. We can have a long discussions. But anyway, I'm glad y'all joined me. If y'all have any comments, I'm about to jump off here. We had fun tonight, but yeah. But anyway, if you see any content like that you want me to do commentary on, send it to me. I'll be happy to give you my commentary. I'll be finding, man. And I got some people been sending me some stuff. She can't influence me. I'm a leader, and that's what. Well, yeah, and that's cool. I'm glad somebody said it, but you'd be surprised. Go to the page. I mean, if you want to go and subscribe, please do. But you're gonna be mad at what I say. You're gonna be mad at what I say because I totally disagree with what she's saying. 145,000% I disagree. Nothing she said is true. Because I'm like, to the lower level, that may be true. To the lower level. But for those of us who make more than $3 an hour, that ain't true. That's not true. For the men on my level, that's got degrees or whatever, that's doing their thing out here, that ain't true. Nobody I associate with does that. Nobody. For one, they all got their thing going on. They got businesses, they got jobs, they got children. They're doing their thing. They're not perfect. None of us are, but neither are you. But at the very end of the day, they're not doing that. They're not on some stupid website trying to do that. Now, they get their fair share of some of them, out here, they ain't for the streets, but yeah, but they ain't married, so. Uh-oh. What you saying let's go for, Miss Lynn? Miss Lynn on one tonight, y'all. Miss Lynn is on one. But anyway, I'm about to jump off of here. I will see you guys. I'm not describing it to no subscribe. And I agree with you, Miss Lynn. I agree with you. The bashing, I don't subscribe to the bashing. I would let you talk about what I'm talking about. I'll let you attack my points. What's up, Corn? My dude. What up, man? You missed it. You might have to go back and watch it, man. We covered a lot tonight. It was fun. But I'm not subscribing to that. And I would hope that nobody watches this and tries to bash me. That would not be good because I'm going to respond. I'm just saying, because my thing is this, I'm not trying to bash you, but it's something wrong here because you're supposed to be trying to build. You're supposed to be trying to correct. If I can understand, you know how y'all got them preachers, you got those preachers and the preachers actually preach something hard, but then they always do slow prophetic music and they calm it all the way down and they bring it. And then you can really, really hear the sincerity in their voice and what they're trying to say. I'm with that kind of preaching. But anyway, I love you guys. Oh, I'm going to go live, but not here. I'm going to be doing recaps of every show that I'm doing. Like I said before, I'm going to try to tape some of this. I don't like to tape artists and stuff without their permission. I just got a thing against that. If they actually let me, I'll probably try to talk to them. And if they let me go live while I'm playing, I'm going to wait to get their permission. I'm just not going to do it. That's just how I do. I wouldn't want nobody taping my music or my set without my permission either. But if they allow me to do it, then I'll tape, some sets and I'll post it here. Thank you, Nicola. And I'll go live Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Those are the dates. If I'm in your city, I'll be posting where I'm at because right now, off the top of my head, I don't know. I know I'm doing Washington, D.C., first day, I think. But I'll let you know for sure. I'll post it on my page and everything. But anyway, thank you for joining me. You guys have a wonderful New Year's. Please stay safe. Please. Oh, let me go back here. Let me go back. Rewind. I left a post earlier when I was talking about doctors. Okay, first of all, I want to apologize. I'm not trying to offend anybody as far as taking the vaccine. Hear my heart. I don't want to offend you about taking the vaccine. I don't. That's not my intention. My intention is to educate you. What I am against is misinformation. I'd rather you just say, I don't want to take it. That is fine. The misinformation is what I have a problem with. Those people who know me know I like to read, I like to research. And I've done a lot of research on this, and I passed 4th grade science. Don't come with the whole, if you gonna give me an argument against the vaccine, do like Tony does. She can articulate her stuff very well. We had her on the show before. But don't do that. I'm against misinformation, y'all. If you decide not to take it, even though I'm thinking you should, that is fine. I will respect that. I'm not gonna have you over here, but I respect that. But just don't share false information. Make sure your research is sound. Make sure you've actually validated it. When a doctor leaves information, they usually go through a process where it's reviewed and analyzed by other scientists and doctors. And those other scientists and doctors say it has merit. We should take and consider it. Those are called peer reviews. Okay, I'm giving you the layman's term for how it works. But they write these, and it's data on top of data to support the argument. Those of us who were in college, we had to write papers where you have to. Exactly. You have to research this stuff. And when I was in school for my master's, in master's program, they don't play that. They don't let you just babble on. You have to have concise evidence, concise points to support what you were saying. And I'm a science major. So my papers had to be really, really, you had to be on your game. And so it kind of upsets me when you post stuff or you share stuff and this stuff has not been validated. People's lives are in danger. This is a life and death situation. I know people just died from it. I know people who've been healed from it, and that's fine. But I'm worried about the people who are not going to be okay if they catch this thing. And misinformation is the reason why United States of America is the slowest. We are the laughing stock of this world because people are not getting information or they're not absorbing the correct information. That's all I'm saying. If you don't want to take the vaccine, don't take it. Don't take it. But don't share bad information. Don't do that. Because to me, that's just as bad as you posting 2 + 5 = 19 to me, because I know the information that you're posting is false. It's been refuted by everybody. Now, I posted something about doctors and I got people bucking about doctors. Doctors are doctors, because if we don't trust doctors, most of the stuff that they subscribe to you is in the form of an antibiotic or something like that. So if we're now going to discredit doctors, it goes in a laundry list of stuff that you can't trust nobody now. Everybody wants to kill me, but I'm not worth killing. That's what I'm saying. That's the frustrating thing about me, about this whole pandemic, because it did expose the people who are willing to do the research. Now, are there some issues with vaccines? There are issues with every medicine. You get cancer right now, they're going to give you chemo majority of the time. Everybody knows this problem with chemo, but it's not going to stop you from taking it if it's going to save your life. Why can't you keep that same energy here? Because of the misinformation. But if you don't want to take it, don't take it. You won't be here. You won't be with me. I'm going to spray when you talk. Shh. That's going to happen. But I'm not trying to offend y'all. I'm really not. I just want us to do better. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and misinformation. Exactly. All medications, including amoxicillin. I'm sure some of you know about that. Which brings me to this. I've been seeing a lot of dudes that I know personally, and I ain't going to take no shots. But my problem, well, I'm going to take this shot. If you would smash a chick raw, why? Anyway, I love y'all. I'm about to jump off of here. I'm about to jump off of here. I'll see y'all when I go live again. Probably be it'll be Thursday, probably from my room. Now, wait, real quick. Anybody know if you know how to hook your iPhone to your phone? Because I can't take this camera. So I'm going to use my iPhone. If you know how to connect I know. I was, listen, you know what I'm saying? I'm just, I'm a little wild. But if you know how to hook your iPhone to your computer to stream, let me know. Inbox me, please, because that's how I'm going to go live while I'm on tour, okay? Anyway, I love you guys. Please enjoy your holiday. Please enjoy your holiday. Love your people. Love your family. Love on your kids if you got them. But make sure they know that you love them. Make sure, because you never know when you're gonna have another chance. Okay. A lot of people who were with us this time last year are not here. And you cannot take for granted those people who love you and the people that you love. Okay. I miss my mom. I'm about to start crying. But one day I'm gonna go see my mom. It's just hard right now. I know, Tony. I'm trying not to make them so long. But anyway, I love you guys. I sincerely do. I love you guys. Thank you for joining me.